set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
2nd and 12.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
Mayfield's pass.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And it's
offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Tay Davis there on the tackle.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 54 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Ravens 7, Browns nothing.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield rolling to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. he's got Snead. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And another tackle broken. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play? Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
The 50-yard line.
Got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards. First down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That's another Baltimore first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Browns.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And the Browns.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, they'll run with Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. But you might remember Nick Chubb. He had a heck of a game last year in Week 4 in what turned out to be a 40-25 Browns win over these Ravens. He finished with 165 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Of course, never fear for the Ravens, though. After that loss, they went on a run. They would win their next 12 in a row to finish the regular season at 14-2. 12 yards there and a first down. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Cleveland.
From 17 yards out. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Sheldrick Redwine with good coverage that time as he was there to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
It's complete to Snead. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
For Miles Boykin, incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard. But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They go play action now. Jackson looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Second down, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
First down, Browns.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Chubb on the counter. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 21. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. Nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Five-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Cleveland.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
On the tackle.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Partner, you know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson, and that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Touchdown.
Marquise Brown. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Ties the game.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 37. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
3rd and 2.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Jackson to Boykin. 1st down, Baltimore.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A pitch back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brought down by Denzel Ward.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The stop
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
And goal at the 8-yard line.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a loss of 4. Brings up 3rd and goal.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Open man, Boykin, he's got him. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Miles Boykin there to make the grab. And the Ravens have broken the tie. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Ravens 21. Browns.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
1st down, Browns.
That's out to Chubb, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Another run here with Dobbins. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Jackson. Left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Baltimore, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible, yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable, then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro, ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa, your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear.